a vibrational universe. What this means is, everything is energy at its core, vibrating at different frequencies. Science has already proven that everything, whether it's a person, a table, or a crystal, is actually made up of the very same energy. Thus, everything in existence is basically the very same energy expressing itself in different forms and structures. So what does this mean for us? This means what we do in our life does not include only our actions. Essentially, our doing includes our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. Also, our actions happen because of our thoughts and emotions. So actually it is always a thought that we are dealing with. So where does the concept of karma fit into all this? The basic definition of karma that we hear from most people is this: what goes around comes around. In that case, it becomes important to understand what is it exactly that is going around. Most people believe that if they do only good for the world, they will receive everything good. But just when someone thinks this thought, their actual thought is this: I want to have all the good in the world, so I will do only good things for others, and then I will sit back and relax while I then receive all the wonderful gifts. Well, let me tell you how the universe will take this thought. Okay, so you want all the good things in your life. Then why don't you think thoughts and take actions that will lead to you having an abundant life? Well, what I feel from your words and vibrations is that you feel powerless to create those things for yourself. And hence, you want to put that responsibility on other people by doing good things for them, and technically putting the entire world in debt to you. Well, you could have directly asked for abundance in your life. But now that you are sending me the message that you are powerless, I am going to attract all the experiences in your life which make you feel more and more that you are powerless. This is not a vindictive universe. It gives you what you ask for. I mean, the entire above conversation happened on a very subconscious level in your mind. But in any case, it happened. And these thoughts are your karma, as much as any other actions are your karma, if not more. The only way to change your karma, that is, change your subconscious thoughts, is to stop denying the fact that all our actions actually come out of self-interest. In fact, there is no such thing as simply doing good for others. When you look at the people where it seems like they are working selflessly for others, what is actually happening there is that these enlightened beings have understood and felt the oneness of the universe. They know that they themselves can't feel good beyond a point if other people don't share that feeling. They have taken other people as a part of themselves, so they can't harm others without harming themselves. But we can't develop that feeling in a single day. You can't just wake up one day and decide that from today I'm going to take everyone as a part of myself and do good for everyone. That's not happening. You have to let yourself go through all the stages. You can't skip the steps. Otherwise, you'll basically just be stuck in denial for the rest of your life. So don't do that to yourself. Now let's talk about the 3 steps which can be taken towards changing your karma. The first step towards authentic karma is try to find out and admit to your true intentions behind all your actions. Just admit to yourself. That's enough. I can't even tell you how much of our subconscious patterns are affected by just becoming aware of our real thoughts. Just watching this video and understanding what is actually happening in your mind has already started the process. Step 2. Stop denying your emotions and let them express. See, what happens when you deny your emotions and don't let them speak is that they get suppressed. Imagine that every emotion you suppress gets deposited inside the floorboards. One day, it's going to be too much and it will just explode. But even before it explodes, that emotion still exists in your subconscious mind. Let your emotions see the light of consciousness much before they need to explode. Consciousness literally acts like a light. When you give your conscious attention and presence to your emotions, the emotion heats up and evaporates. So practice the art of expressing your feelings on a daily basis. If an emotion is suppressed and stays in the subconscious mind, then it becomes a massive point of attraction. Here is an example. A woman was taught in her early childhood that good girls don't get angry. But the truth of this girl is that she does have anger. To gain approval, she will deny, suppress, and reject her anger. So much so that now she perceives herself to be a very sweet girl who never ever feels any anger. When the fact is that she has just become numb to her anger. Now, what happens in a law of attraction based universe? She keeps attracting people in her life who are always angry with her. Angry towards the world, angry towards others, just a lot of anger. And then she wonders, "Dear God, I'm such a sweet girl. I spread sweetness wherever I go. I never do any bad karma. I only do good karma. So I should get back sweetness in my life. Then why do I keep getting angry people?" Now you know why. Step 3. Commit to the path of self-awareness. We talked a little bit about how awareness has the capacity to change your subconscious patterns. Let me explain that here. When you are not aware of what is going on in your mind, you keep doing the same things. You keep meeting the same kind of people in different bodies. No matter what you do, your life moves in circles, like in an endless loop. At some point you will feel like you have no choice in life, as if life is happening to you and you can't do anything to change that. Now self-awareness changes just that. Let me give you an example. A man named Dan buys many gifts for his girlfriend, says good things about her friends, pays off her bills, and is always there for her whenever she's in pain. But still, she's complaining that she's not happy in this relationship. Now, self-awareness also comes by talking to other people about the truth and not just questioning yourself. So now, Dan sits with his girlfriend and has a deep and truthful conversation with her. He may ask her, what about him is making her complain? And he doesn't have to say this sarcastically or angrily, like, why are you still complaining? Instead, he must genuinely want to understand her. So he could say, tell me what is bothering you. What am I not seeing? Then she may tell him this. Lately, I feel like I am some project to you that you want to get done with. You pay my bills, you come to me when I am in pain and stay with me as long as I am in pain, as if you are waiting for me to get better. I literally have to be hurting for you to be present with me. You don't want to be with me. I'm just your project. I want to spend quality time with you, Dan, and I never get that. So now, Dan realizes his subconscious pattern. In his mind, he didn't even register this about himself. And until he becomes self-aware about this, he will keep attracting the same kind of relationships in his life, in which women need quality time and he's not there for them. So why did I say that becoming self-aware gives you a choice in life? Here is why. Now that Dan is aware of his pattern, he has a choice. he can either start spending quality time in his relationships, or he can directly enter into relationships with women whose priority is not to spend quality time but receiving gifts, something that he naturally wants to do in his relationships. By making this choice, he will now become a match to women who love receiving gifts more than anything else and truly value this form of love. Thus, both will be happy. Remember that there is nothing wrong in wanting one kind of relationship over the other. It is the society that teaches us what is the concept of right and wrong. Without it, we would always naturally go in the direction of what feels good, rather than sticking to situations which make us feel bad about ourselves. You can quite literally change your karmic balance by gaining self-awareness. As an ending note, I wish to say that whenever you have any problem, rather than talking about it to other people, talk directly to the person with whom you are having that issue. This will help you in solving your problems for real. It will help you in gaining self-awareness, and it will also drive you towards a more fulfilling and happy life. Share this video with someone you know would be helped by this. Have a good week.